Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently working on building some roads and dealing with the problems that our predecessor left us. And they are many. Although we'll take 10 free approval from traditionalists. Right, because we defended their interests. Yes. That is not going to help us that much, but at least we got 5% approval from traditionalists. Seems okay. So we currently have Democrats dominating, right? Is that still true? That is still true. Now, if we did this, which the traditionalists are absolutely controlling the Senate at this point. If we did this, we would still be net negative on our traditionalist approval. Yeah. Mostly because we're impious and we contain unorthodox deities. Do we? That's interesting. Okay, yeah, it's Jung Tuk. Okay, that's the Jungism deity of fertility. We should probably change that at this point, and we should change that over to Sunan Ambu, I think. There's no omen effect, but we'll do that. Our stability is really bad at this point. That's fine. At least we're going to be not net positive, but less negative here. Yeah, low stability is understood. That is a problem. We need to work on our stability, absolutely, and let's say popularity, prominence, and legitimacy, huh? Our legitimacy is maxed. We don't have subjects. Okay. So oratory isn't all that great. We can gain some popularity, but after that, we should probably swap our focus to something like zeal focus. But we can't do that. Only once every 5 years, and that happens when we change rulers. So it's the same time frame, right? So that's fine. Out of curiosity, we no longer need to do this, do we? Can we cancel this provincial investment? I don't think we can. I think that just has to continue. That's fine. We have additional roads to build, of course. So as soon as we arrive down over here, we want to take these guys off of road build. And then we're going to bring them up over this way. They're going to build some roads in this area for now. These guys are building their road through this pass, and they are definitely going to want to come down and build the road up this way. And then we'll just leave them there for now. Okay. So we're going to arrive down over here, exit road build. Now I want to bring them up to here. So that'll take them a little while to get there, but not too bad, of course, because there's roads all of the way there. So they'll get up there reasonably quickly. Where is our Navy at? Okay, he's sailing up to a port over here. He is loyal right now. So let's just park him where we know where he is, down over here. That sounds good. So we're currently making about 30 gold per month. I want to check in on Panay. We are not able to upgrade that yet, but we are able to upgrade in Lemury, and that seems fine. I want to check in 129. This is almost certainly due to our stability. Our stability is not good, and that is, you know, not good. So we're going to continue to build a tax office up over here. Not too much else going through here, looks like. Okay. We can definitely get a tax office here, and we'll be able to get one here eventually, but for now, we're just going to have to stop there. We're out of money, and that's fine. That's absolutely expected. Is this a revolt? No. I guess this is technically isolated. Interesting, because of this impassable terrain here. I didn't realize that. Cool. That's fine. We don't mind that in the slightest. We'll deal with it. So obviously, our missions are slightly problematic because we need to annex these guys, and they are still guaranteed by Moria. We're scared of Moria, so there is that. Prescription has increased. Yes, that is to be expected. Cool. The Fan Republic, huh? Losing approval from traditionalists, losing approval from Democrats, and gaining it from traditionalists. Or we just corrupt him, or he's already corrupt. I'm checking through our disloyal character list here. No one in the Fan family is currently disloyal. So that's interesting. We're going to lose the approval from traditionalists anyway. I don't like it. Honestly, we probably should have gone the other route, now that I think about it. We should have kept the political influence, lost the democratic approval, which would have come back, and gained some traditionalist approval temporarily. I think that would have been a better way to go. But okay. Yeah. In retrospect, I wish I had done that. Definitely. Well, these guys are going to be arriving up over here shortly. We do have 148 gold right now. So that, of course, means that we can come over here and build the tax office, which apparently immediately sparks the Civil War. But let's hop over this direction quick. And we certainly... Yeah, these just have the forges. Okay. We're going to want to work on that. But this Civil War is, of course, a problem. Pogao Wen is the issue here, and that's this guy. I'm just going to bribe him. Cool. That'll be fine. And now Burma needs a governor, which is... There's no Scorn family. So this guy is 28 loyalty only. I'm going to put this guy in. He's not as good, but he's a lot more loyal. So that'll be fine. So up we go, up over this way. We're going to have this finished up fairly soon. I want to build the road on this side of the river first. And I think we can connect it right up over here. So that'll be fine. Okay, on to road build you go. So now I want to build a road here, here, and here. Then we come up and build a road down like that, but also connecting like this, right? So then this would come up over here, cross the river, and then come back down on the other side. So this is a slightly awkward route here. And I'm thinking we're going to need a connection here, and then a bypassing connection like that. Okay. Then this guy can build a road connecting into that road network once he arrives. Cool. That should do for now. Now, obviously, our stability is a big problem, and we want to be focused on growing our stability. Performing a divine sacrifice would definitely be a good thing. No doubt about that. There's not really all that much that we can do here. We've already got our monthly stability change from our deity of justice, so that's fine, although this loyalty of generals is interesting to note for sure. Okay, we now have Zhuan Wen in charge here. So we're still at 15 support in the Senate. Who is Zhuan Wen? What is he, like, what party is he from? We can actually check it from here. So... Yes, he is a traditionalist. Okay. So, they want the province of Dvaravati to have religious complexes. We should probably do this. Where is this? That's this province out over here? Sure. So, that's fine. We can definitely do that. So, religious complexes would be this one. That'll give us a building slot, which is actually fine. So we'll get that going, and we need a governor in Funan. So these guys are all pretty disloyal. No doubt about that. Low faction approval. I mean, we're going to be working on that. So the traditionalists, we're going to be gaining approval. And we're going to be gaining a decent amount of approval. We've already got pretty decent democratic approval for the moment, which is fine. It's going to be going down... But for the moment, this is okay. We're going to get this agenda done, bumping up our traditionalist approval. We need to bring up our stability very badly. So I wanted to save up whatever political influence we can to work on that. And who's the problem here? Kelufan. This guy. Man, we need all the political influence we can get. And we would have to bribe him? Okay, the territory would gain a fortress. Yeah, I mean, this guy's not going to be happy anyway. We'll take the manpower. He is not going to be happy anyway. So this guy's the primary issue here. I don't want to assassinate him. We have a 25% chance of bringing him to trial. We would lose approval from Democrats for doing that. He's already looking to start a civil war, so there's that. 2 approval from oligarchs and traditionalists. Noted. Okay. So the question is, what do we want to do about this guy? He is the primary issue. That said, he's not the only issue. Yuncheng Shi is also an issue here. This guy, I'm going to give free hands to. And that brings us into a much better position. So now we've got Kelu C here. This guy. He is very, very low loyalty. Which is not surprising, to be clear. With our stability being this low and our support in the Senate being this low, this is not at all surprising. We need to be bringing up our stability and our Senate support, which requires a lot of political influence. So the question is, what do we want to do about this guy? The answer is, I think, nothing. I'm wondering about Zufan C here. So that's this guy. I'm going to give him free hands. And that solves the problem, at least temporarily, without spending any political influence. And that is really, really good. So these guys up here, they're both loyal, right? Yes, they are. Okay, they're both still building roads, and that's okay. I want to hop down over here, and I would love to get a mill going here. So we're going to get going on that. So cults have been sanctioned, excellent, and we have local city building slots here coming up. Sounds good. So they should, yeah, there we go. The aim of the traditionalists has been realized. So it just gained 10 approval from them. That's good. They have no objective at this point. And the Democrats don't either. We're doing okay for Democratic approval for now, but that's going to go away. Traditionalist approval is coming up, but it would come up almost twice as fast if we had better stability. Our stability is improving, for sure, but it's not great. So this guy was murdered. Support of minorities giving us unintegrated culture group happiness. I want to check into this. This might plunge our nation into civil war. So I want to check into the laws here. So this would be... Is this a law? I don't think this is a law. Support of minorities. There's no secondary tooltip here. So that's interesting for sure. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. Let's see what happens with that. I mean, we're kind of close to a civil war, but let's see. We need a new mantry, and this guy would definitely do the job. So that'll boost our party approval, and as he gets more effective here, that'll boost further. So that's really, really solid. We can come in over here, of course, and build a tax office. I want to wait until the next month tick to do that. So that'll be happening right now. There we go. We can get a military tradition, and the Austronesian traditions are almost finished. Let's finish that up. There we go. So the Austronesian traditions are now done. The wrong traditions are going to be the next ones that we work on. So that seems good. We have a breakthrough here. Okay, cool. That gives us statesmanship. So we can certainly head into civic advances here. I'm wondering if that was an advance that we got previously. Maybe it was something in here? I'm not sure. But regardless, we definitely want to continue to work our way down this way. So religious assimilation is what I want to take here. More pop conversion speed will absolutely be good. Slave output, tribesman output. I don't really care too much about the tribesman output over here. However, going down to like crucifixion or servile bondage, both of these would be very good. But we want to have our stability come up here. And our political influence is currently at 35. We need that to come up a lot. I would love to do a pig step, but that is going to take a while. No doubt about that. We are a ways away from that, like 10-ish months. So that's okay. We can continue to work on that. How are we doing on our advances at this point? Yeah, that seems reasonably fine. A minor addendum here. So 6 stability for 10 political influence. We are planning on spending political influence on stability anyway. I want to know what the exchange rate is here. So this gives us 5 years of monthly stability change. So that's 60 months. So pulling up a calculator here, 60 times 0.15 is 9 stability. So this is 45.75 political influence for 9 stability. This is 6 stability for 10 political influence. This is far more efficient. We're absolutely taking this. And we always were going to. I just wanted to check to see how much more efficient it was. It was definitely a lot more efficient. So that boosts up our stability. That is a very good thing. We desperately needed that stability to come up. We need it to come further. But our research efficiency is improving. That's great. Things are looking a lot better on that front. We are still building our roads up this way. And these guys, they've got a fair amount of road to build down here still. Okay. So these guys should probably head up here and connect up to this, and then we just have this area, in theory, to road. That seems reasonably fine, actually. We're getting pretty close to done with our road building, which is good. We definitely need to get done with it so that we can put money into buildings. We need buildings. There's a lot of buildings that we need right now. No doubt about that. Our stability is continuing to come up. What do we have going on here? This guy would move to Candace for 250 gold. No. No. That's not going to happen. So, Kilufan is still an issue. What can we do about this guy? He is currently content in life. We could simply remove rival, but that would cost a lot of political influence. I would rather not do that. He's 66. He is demanding an office. Okay. We could probably give him one. He is skill 7 finesse. Let's head into the government here and take a quick peek. That would be one of these 2 jobs. That seems okay. Let's put him in here. So this is Kilufan, this guy. In he goes. He is now loyal. And that'll be absolutely fine. I love it. That's really solid. The Senate is issuing an ultimatum. This is Pagao Wen issuing the ultimatum. Who is... Is this our leader? Hang on. No. Zwan Wen is the leader. Sure. So 6 stability and increasing the chances of a senatorial intervention in civil war. So they're demanding the immediate revocation of all bills passed during our recent sitting, and this would be losing support of minorities, and we would reinstitute the land tithes. Honestly, I want the stability. Even if a senatorial intervention and civil war happens, I want the stability. Okay. So that's fine for now. I just want to make sure that these guys remain loyal, and this guy is only at 37 right now. Okay. So obviously, faction approval is a problem. We could defend religious privileges here and gain a bunch of approval from traditionalists, and I feel like that's a good thing to do. Yes. I don't like losing the pop conversion speed, but I absolutely want to bump up our Senate approval here. That is going to be very important. So we're going to get going on that, and this guy is 37. I'm thinking about changing him. So we would go into our legions here, and it would be this guy that we would replace. We'd replace him with someone who is more loyal, like this guy, although he would lose a fair amount of loyalty immediately due to the power base. So he'd be about the same level as this guy. Let's work on making friends with this guy instead. So we're working on getting that senatorial support up. That definitely needs a lot of work. Everyone does indeed like gold. Cool. So this guy's at 35 loyalty right now, 36. It's continuing to fluctuate. He might become disloyal fairly soon. We definitely don't want him to become disloyal, and we could fire him, but there isn't really anyone that we want to replace him with who is more loyal and skilled enough to do this. I don't want to do political influence. I'm going to throw gold at this guy, but that's 21 gold. When are they going to arrive? 5 July and 15 July. Okay. So we lose 5 stability due to this guy. Okay, that's rude. And we also got some prosperity. We're going to say we have no need for gold. We need the stability. The popularity would be nice too. So that seems okay. We do actually need gold, but that brings us up to 23 gold, which means that both of these have enough to finish up their road construction, which is perfect. Okay, so that looks good. When are you going to arrive? 23 July. Ooh, okay. This guy's going to finish up his road build here before the month tick, which means that we need to get some gold. I don't want to neglect research. I think we're just going to have to have this guy just go here and turn off his road build. We're just going to have to requeue this. That's fine. We're just going to move him right on back and waiting until the month tick here. The benefits of power indeed. So 5 tyranny is not necessarily ideal. I'm going to say that's beneath us, and hopefully this guy doesn't require it. Okay, we're going to tick forward a little further here until after that month tick. We put these guys back on road build, and now we want to re-queue this area that was over here. Kind of like that. Okay, that seems good. These guys are still on road build. They'll be at that for a while. Perfect. So now the question is, do we manage to make friends with Kejang Wen? Hopefully we do. Nope. We were spurned. That's unfortunate. He was recently convinced he can be bribed again early next year. So we're going to have to re-bribe him. For sure. No doubt about that. He is an oligarch, I think. Yeah, he's an oligarch. So that is understood. How's that senatorial influence going? Well, we've definitely boosted up the traditionalist approval to 26.2. That is pretty decent. No doubt about that. And we're actually doing relatively okay now. Relatively okay. Our stability isn't great, but it's better than it was. Our Senate support is improving. It is on the upswing. It's still not good, to be clear. It's definitely not good, but it's on the upswing. Oligarch approval is going up. Democratic approval is going down, but that's not necessarily shocking. Yeah, that's not shocking at all. It's mostly because we're tyrannical, but fair enough. So the Senate is calling for aid. Okay. So their treachery shall be repaid in full. Yes. So generals led by this guy. Well, this isn't good. So this guy is the problem. He spurned us previously. What can we do about it? We can bring him to trial. We have a 39% chance of success. I think we gotta do it. Increasing our success chance by a small amount. Abuse of office is indeed a serious matter. Okay. So an unexpected figure has entered the assembly. He is now vouched for by Kelu of the Fan family. This will decrease our success by a moderate amount, or we can bribe him. That's a lot of gold. This guy's already disloyal. This guy doesn't have a huge amount of progress. Okay. Let's just take him off of road build and move him back here. And we'll bribe this guy. So that's obviously a problem. And he has pled his guilt, actually. He will not retain his office. The trial must continue. He has admitted his guilt, and they found him innocent. Well, that's rude. Okay, that's incredibly rude. He admitted his guilt, and they found him innocent. Okay. We're going to have to make him a rival. But, what can we do about this at this point? Actually, this isn't very much of the populace. That's interesting. So Kelu C is the primary issue. That's this guy. We can simply bribe him. So that's done. But that brings him up to 30.8. We're going to have to also grant him free hands. But that means we're not in imminent danger of a rebellion at this point. Now, of course, we're going to have to exit our... We're going to have to exit our debt. But I do want to work on assassinating this guy. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And next episode, we're going to exit debt. Hopefully, we don't end up having any of these bad events happening, and we just exit the debt gracefully. That would be nice. But we'll see what ends up happening. This will be interesting. This guy, he's a problem. Yeah, senatorial commander minus 100 and brought to trial minus 30. We rolled the dice, and we failed on that. We do need to bring the senatorial support up. So for now, we've got it under control, but it's not perfect by any means. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALVS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.